Meanwhile, in this country, lower demand fuels a dramatic drop in gas prices.
And this late hour, we're still waiting for those results to come in.
As forecasters and millions along the eastern seaboard watch and wait to see when it will turn toward the coast. The fiscal cliff is now days away. Lawmakers continue to argue in the media. The co-chairman of the Simpson Bowles report warns their inaction could hurt Americans.
Yellowstone County Courthouse, where this morning until noon, it was jam-packed with people.
The presidential candidates are making their closing arguments in battleground states. What's the weather going to be like for those trick-or-treaters this Halloween?
Halloween is actually looking pretty good.
Shortly after, Haley received a cosmetic hand that provided the appearance of a second hand, but not much function. A new kind of gym has arrived in Billings, making it the first and only one of its kind in the city so far.
Brett Rutherford, he's the Yellowstone County Elections Administrator, one of the busiest guys in the state today. Thank you very much for joining me, Brett.
Thank you for having me.
What has the voter turnout been for absentee this year?
Once the donation leaves the blood lab and arrives at the hospital, it goes through another series of tests. They match the blood with a recipient, completing the journey of a donation. United Blood Services makes at least one delivery a day to Billings Clinic.
We get approximately 450 to 500 units of blood per month from them.
Mary Smith oversees the hospital blood lab.
Put it on the shelves as they're labeled here.
She makes sure these shelves are filled with enough blood that's needed by their patients.
We have a trauma in the ER that we need more blood for, or special products.
Mary's lab runs a series of tests on the blood, checking for antibodies and matching it with patients.
782. Very appreciative, because if they didn't do that, it would be basically detrimental for our patients.
Like Diana Wergonig, West High grad, class of '69, proud grandmother and cancer patient.
I'm getting a blood transfusion for the first time.
Diana has battled the illness since 2003. Doctors recommended a transfusion for her most recent round of chemo.
This is a new chemo and it brings the hemoglobin down, so the transfusion is a must.
Diana usually doesn't have the energy to even eat, much less play with her grandkids. That's why she says this blood is a lifesaver.
I'm really grateful for this because I know what it's like to feel sick. And when you get something that makes you feel better, you can go on with life.
Diana doesn't know who donated the blood that's now pumping through her veins, but it was someone in her community, where she grew up, where she raised a family.
To donate it is wonderful. I don't know if they realize how helpful it is and what it does for people.
Taking time during the busy holiday season to donate blood can make all the difference in the world for people like Diana, who truly believe they're receiving the gift of life. Blood donations are provided to the hospitals from United Blood Services at no charge. Blood is used for cancer patients like Diana, as well as in surgery and emergency rooms, and even on ambulances. Laura Kennedy, Color 8 News.
I rode the two scariest rides at Montana Fair, and I'm glad to be back on solid ground, but let me tell you, they were a thrill. Thrill seekers at Montana Fair are in line for Speed and the Human Slingshot. First up for me, the newest ride for the carnival, Speed.
You guys ready?
Hope so.
All right, here we go.
The ride fits 8 people at a time, 4 at each end. It is 136 feet tall and takes riders at 60 miles per hour.
Took my shoes off. Probably wouldn't stay on. Oh boy, okay.
Ride operator William Rushing says he sees about 700 riders a day.
I've had many riders come back over and over and over again.
Speed puts a constant 3 Gs on your body and it goes forward and backward. The experience is more like being on an airplane than on a coaster.
I can see all the way downtown.
Not a ride that makes you sick. It's a real smooth ride, so people enjoy it.
It was so much fun. It's like such a head rush. Like going up there, sitting for a little bit, and then you just come right down.
Her leg's a little wobbly. Janie says the thrill is worth the line and the price.
Yeah, definitely. I'd recommend it.
Speed? Check. Next up for me, the Human Slingshot. The bungee cords catapult the 2 riders nearly 200 feet in the air. I love you, Mom. Yeah. The operators buckle you in and have one piece of advice. Hold tight to your head.
Oh no! I'm getting a little nervous now.
An excruciating 60-second wait. Then a
thrill ride in every sense of the expression. The speed costs $10 to ride and the human slingshot costs $25. Definitely worth the thrill if you want to achieve some goals and overcome some fears here at Montana Fair. Reporting live from Metro Park, Laura Kennedy, Color 8 News.
That is some good stuff, Laura. Thank you very much.